There we go. Oh, I got balloons. Wow, well, isn't that exciting? It looks like AI is on my side again tonight. Howdy, ladies and gentlemen. No sound, no sound, no sound. Now you should have sound. You should have sound. Calm down, calm down. So here's what's going on, folks. Let me know if you have sound. I'm going to listen in now, too, and see. I'm hoping there's sound. If there's no sound, I won't know what to do. Is there sound now?
Me? I can hear you.
You can hear me, and I can hear me.
I don't hear what's going out.
And I can, no, that's okay. I can hear what's going out. Goats coming to Ancaster to sing to goats. Yes, we are. I'm so amazing. I have to ask Allison if it's okay to go out to a show on a school night. I know. We've got that all cleared, though. Welcome to the Whiskey Wednesday show, ladies and gentlemen. I am frazzled. I am bedazzled. I am frazzled. I don't know any words that rhyme with frazzled.
Well, bedazzled.
That was the other word, yeah. I mean, I don't know any other words other than that one.
Razzled, I guess, if that's a word.
Razzle, dazzle, frazzle, bedazzle. Okay, well, that's enough rhyming for now. Welcome to the Whiskey Wednesday show. My name is Ken Tizzard, and I have Neil Lucy with me tonight, and Allison and Jack. This is so weird. This is usually the four-piece band show with Barry doing all the technical stuff and Allison doing the producing. But this week and next week, Barry is away, which is really cool. They've taken their new trailer and they've gone to
Brown Honey Harbor.
Florida?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. I can't remember where it is. They're sticking in Canada.
If Florida is near Georgian Bay, then
Georgian Bay of Florida, the Florida of Georgian Bay. Anyways, Barry's out, so Allison is doing all the tech stuff tonight. So she's got a bunch of buttons to push, and she's sitting over there, and she's looking so great. Jack is on her lap, and she's manically reading the notes, trying to make sure she's keeping up with what button she has to push next, and she's doing just awesome. We have a special guest on the show tonight, Rayanne Schachter, who is a very old friend of mine. Rayanne is what we would call in Newfoundland the best kind. See that? This is from the Newfoundland Chocolate Company, brought back by Charmaine. The Newfoundland Chocolate Company out on Torbay Road in St. John's. And this is the best kind chocolate. And this one was actually fantastic. This was dark chocolate, peanut butter, and crumbled biscuit. It's quite nice. Thank you, Charmaine, for bringing that back. I didn't share it with Allison or Neil, so they don't know what that one tasted like. But Rayanne is best kind, and it's going to be so nice to have her sharing what's going on in her art world. You have met her once before, for those of you who have been watching the show for a while. Blah, blah, blah. Usually Mr. Grant or Dave would say something there, and Neil would wait for a better time to come in when there's an actual sort of setup, but no setup on that one. How you doing tonight, Neil?
I'm well, thank you. And
you
yourself?
Well, I'm
doing frazzled and dazzled.
And razzled and bedazzled, yeah, all those things. No, I'm good. I got a lot on my plate. There's a lot of notes, which I'm not used to. You're all here. Let's take a look what we got. We got Jeannie. How you doing? Hey, Brian and Jeannie here. Deb, Charmaine, right on. Tony Arkell, Eric from Spirit Leaf, nice to see you. Hart, TJ, Jordan, Tony. Rayanne's in the house. Debbie. We got a great crowd here. You guys got sound now? There's no more people saying no more sound, so I think we're good on that. So at this point, we're going to start playing a song. This is where Allison pushes the first button of the night. When you're drunk and you got no place to go, and you don't want the sleep to bring tomorrow, reach out and call. It won't hurt me at all to know that sometimes you find me on your mind. When you're lonely, feeling restless late at night, and you find you just keep doing what ain't right, reach out and call. Well, it won't hurt me at all to know that sometimes you find me on your mind. I'll be out, Neil. Many miles apart, trying to make up a brand new start. It's not been easy, but I'm still doing fine. I'm thinking about you and I'm still on your mind. Allison just figured out something new on the computer. How to reframe a photo. Well done, love. That was good. When you're lonely, feeling restless late at night, and you find you just keep doing what ain't right, think of me, it hits me in degrees to know sometimes you find me on your mind. Many miles apart, trying to make a brand new start. It's not been easy, but I'm still doing fine. I'm thinking about you and I'm still on your mind. Oh, we got so much to talk about tonight. It's just me and Neil here. So last week, remember last week when we were here and Dave was feeling a little sweaty and not good. Turns out he was sick. And he sat there next to Mr. Grant, and he got his sick all over him.
Yeah, he breathed in his general direction.
Yeah. And now Mr. Grant is sick. Lucky for us, we're good.
So far,
So far.
we have to be healthy.
I think we're okay. We got some big stuff coming up.
We do.
Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Here we go. And every now and then you come to mind, and it makes me search for something I can't find. And then it disappears, the pain in all those years. I know that sometimes you find me on your mind. Many miles apart, trying to make a brand new start. It's not been easy, but I'm still doing fine. I'm thinking about you and I'm still on your mind. I'm thinking about you and I'm still on your mind. I'm thinking about you and I'm still on your mind. There we go, a little on your mind for you, ladies and gentlemen. No, there I am back with my favorite radio voice. This is Ken Tizzard on Storyhouse Radio, broadcasting out of Campbellford, Ontario. We've got a brilliant show for you today, ladies and gentlemen, and one lucky winner has the chance to win. I'm just kidding. I was listening to the radio today, and that's what it sounded like. It was sort of weird. It was a weird thing. Sometimes the radio people, like, there's a lot of intelligent radio folk out there, but sometimes when you're listening to like commercial radio, like when you're driving from town to town, you don't know where you are, and it happens to be like one of those morning show things, like those duos, and they're like reporting the news and they're trying to laugh at it like it's hilarious, and it's like that's not even funny, like not on any level. It's just so weird. But they're also happy with themselves. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't knock that. Maybe I'm just jealous because I'm not that happy about anything. Except I've been very happy with Cassidy and Amy's worldwide backpacking adventure. I think we got a couple pictures here. Do we, Allison? Do we have what do we have? I'm just looking to see here. We're going to do photos first.
You want to do photo one?
Yeah, let's do photo one. And there it is. And they went to this island that's all sand. And part of the excursion is, you get vehicles to go around and explore this island, and just amazing. Yeah, what a fantastic experience. She's meeting a lot of great people and stuff too. It's over in Australia now. She is. She's still in Australia, right? Yeah. The next photo is. Of course, as she was saying, of course you get stuck in the sand because when the tides come in and out, the texture of the sand changes. It goes from being very firm to being very loose. And you hit a wrong pocket when the tide is in a weird place, and those things just looks like they just sink. That would make sense, I guess. And I get another one there. I think we've got yes, there's her and Amy out walking on these desert dunes. Looks like they're having the time of their life. Perfect little sunset in the background. And we got a little video. This is how I know Cassie's definitely my daughter. I mean, I've known that because of her brains. But we're gonna listen. We're just gonna watch this video here for a second. Now push the one next to it, love. And that is the new Music for Goats.
Just lean like back a bit. You got it! Nice.
We are back on. Look at that. See? It's amazing how this technology works. You know, it's incredible. I was saying talking to Barry about it. Like, we have so many, thank you, Neil. We have so many pieces of equipment over here. and they all talk to each other in like millions of different ways and combinations you can make it happen. Literally, like there are so many cables and wires and boxes and things, and they all have to work perfectly in order to break everything down to like 10 simple commands. So it's really interesting, like when me and Barry think about how we put all this stuff together, and then when we're explaining something, well, you just do this. But when you click on a button, all of these things happen. It's amazing. So thanks to Allison for being so cool on getting the the transitions and working with us tonight. And that was a little taste of Cassie and Amy's adventure. Where are they now, Allison? They're still in Australia.
Still Australia. They're going to be going on a sailing ship soon.
They're going sailing. That's right,
Yeah.
on like a big ship,
The Clipper,
Well,
that's what it's
yeah.
a
called.
clipper. Yeah.
Okay.
And then they, where's the next destination? Is it Asia?
Yes,
Somewhere in Asia?
yes.
Love to see the kids growing up and seeing the world. This is a song Joe requested last week for the All Request Week, but we had already had the docket full, so we're popping it in here today. And we'll do this acoustically. This is a song called Don't Think Twice. Oh, skateboards arrived at Tony's yesterday. Yay, excellent. That's fantastic. Yeah, I've been skating mine for the last week. I'm loving it. We'll get into some skateboard stuff in just a minute, and then we're going to get into part one of the Rayanne Schachter interview, which is incredible. So hold on tight, ladies and gentlemen. This is for Joe. Don't think twice. 1, 2, 1, 2. Ain't no use to sit on the why, babe, if you don't know by now. Ain't no use to sit on the why, babe, it'll never do no how. When your rooster crows at the break of dawn, look out your window and I'll be gone. Well, you're the reason I'm traveling on. But don't think twice, it's alright. Ain't no use in turning on your light, babe, the light I'd never know. Ain't no use in turning on your light, babe, I'm on the dark side of the road. I wish there was something you would do or say to maybe try and change my mind and stay. But we never did too much talking anyway. But don't think twice, it's alright. Ain't no use in turning on your light, babe, like you never done before. Ain't no use in turning on your light, babe, I can't see you anymore. I once loved a woman, I'm walking down the road. Well, I once loved a woman, a child I'm told, but I wanted my heart, but she took away my soul. Don't think twice, it's alright. So long, honey, baby, where I'm bound, I can't tell. But goodbye's too good word, babe. So I'll just say farewell. I ain't saying you treated me unkind. I could have done better, but I don't mind, no. You just kinda wasted my precious time. But don't think twice, it's alright. No, don't think twice, it's alright. No, don't think twice, it's alright. There you go. A little don't think twice for you all there, ladies and gentlemen. Well, as I mentioned earlier, you're not going to get through the night without a little mention of the skateboard. It's been a big sort of thing working with MLM. Putting out a band deck has been really cool. I mean, I know that I'm passionate about skateboarding, but I'm not a skateboarder who, deserves a signature deck or anything. But the idea of a band deck is kind of cool. So we printed off a run of those. Thanks for those of you who purchased them. This is what it looks like here. It's the Music for Goats freestyle deck, and it's got the Whiskey Wednesday logo and the MLM logo on the tail as well. But anyway, yeah, I did a little commercial for it, so here you can check this out. That is the new Music for Goats Tim Lee artwork MLM combination. This is the new freestyle deck from MLM Skates. 52 years old, I'm bored and tired and corny and stoned. I'm listening to the Pixies on the radio in my car. I'm missing you, I'm missing me, I'm missing them, hard to believe. It's been so long since 1984. I won't hear you calling on the telephone, I'm already gone. And listening to the Clash record player. Really nice board. I want to thank MLM for doing this with me, and for Tim Lee for providing the artwork. Tim Lee is an amazing graphic artist out of North Carolina. Rabbit Run Studios is his studio where he sells all kinds of great artwork. This is a piece of art that he did for an album of mine a few years back, and we went into collaboration on this board. So real nice. MLM, Tim Lee, and Ken Tizzard Music for Goats freestyle deck for you. And the video's back, and the audio's back. Look at that. Oh man, she's getting the swing of it there now. So that's the sort of update on the new deck, which is really cool. And there's they're over halfway sold anyways. There wasn't a lot of them, but this is what they look like when they're hung up too. They're a nice little sort of piece of wall art. So if you don't skate, that's a cool thing. Rayanne Schachter, I introduced you to her in great detail last time. I'm just going to say this time she's a wonderful artist and a very, very, very good friend of mine. I've known her for longer than I haven't known her, if we're going chronologically. Cool lady. But let's catch up with her down in Austin, Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in once again. We have a special guest on the show tonight. This is Mrs. Rayanne Schachter, as I remember her, Rayanne Hollaboff, from when we used to know each other 30 odd years ago. Rayanne, you're returning to the show. You were on talking about your dames a few years ago, and now you've got Dames Amplified, which is you've taken your dames on the road, eh?
I have. We're in Austin.
And tell us about Austin. What's going on down there?
Austin is a vibrant artist, live music community. It's smoking hot here, and apparently we actually missed the heat wave. But for us Canadians, it's warm. It's warm in temperature, but it's warm in vibe and in feeling. The folks that I've met so far are very genuine, very happy that we're here, really well received. We're having a lovely time.
That's fantastic. I always find when I go to the States, because we're we are victims of media. You know,
Yeah,
all I see is the news representing what America looks like, and it
yeah.
terrifies me. But then I go down to the States and I meet these wonderful people who are just normal folks, and it's like, what's going on here? What's the reality? But it is nice to dip in every now and again, have a look at that, eh?
It is. It is.
That's pretty
You're
cool.
exactly right. You really don't know what's in the heart of the average person until you are in their backyard.
Exactly, exactly. And
Yeah,
it's a beautiful place. Austin is such a fantastic place.
it is.
You're down at a place called the Unchained Art Gallery. Is that what it's called?
It's called Unchained Art Contemporary Gallery. Yes.
Unchained Art. So how did you get roped in with these people? How'd that
I
happen?
know. Fun story. So as you know, last summer I had a guest artist spot on Granville Island.
Yes.
And while I was there, these two lovely folks who I thought were from Europe because of their accent, and they are European, but they have relocated to Austin, and they were on a trip, just a little holiday, and they popped into my space and really loved the art. And we chatted, and they disclosed that they own a gallery here. And so I was like, oh, wow, okay. You know, my wheels started turning. They bought a couple of pieces for their home and left a business card. So I followed up saying, you know, what do you think? I've never had an exhibit in the United States. And Christina, who is the gallery owner, replied saying, well, we love your art, but we need to make sure we love each other. So why don't you come down, have a little visit? So I checked into flights, etc., and said, how about in 2 weeks? And she was like, oh, wow, okay. So I came about a year ago, spent some time with Christina and her husband. We really get each other. And she decided to become my agent here.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, so I have a US agent. And then we started preparing about a year ago for this show, which is my first solo exhibit in the United States.
Wow.
Yeah,
I see the dames have been transforming.
yeah.
Sculpture has made some changes as well. Do you want to talk a little bit about your artistic process over the last while?
Sure. I took a little class in Vancouver called Preschool for Grown-ups.
Mm-hmm.
The sculpting class, and I made bronze sculptures using the lost wax casting method,
Right.
which is quite it's a really tricky thing to do because there's so many steps, and you have to heat bronze at, I think it's 2000 degrees. So you use a foundry to do that process. So it's not something you can really do independently on your own, and it's kind of pricey. And so, I mean, I love my bronze, but I thought, how can I do this without it being so complicated?
Mm-hmm.
So what I started looking at is discarded objects, the kind of ceramic trinkets that people collect over the years, or make at those ceramic nights where you just go and you paint on things. Mm-hmm. And often they're at thrift stores, or they're at the side of the curb with a little free sign. Sometimes they're broken. And I just started noticing these things. And one day I thought, I could take paintings, cut them up, and decoupage over these shapes and objects, whether they're broken or not. And the first one I did was a shape. I bought her mostly to look at her shape and to sketch, to use her as a model, really. But I really sort of started falling in love with her, and I thought, I need to give her some color and a new life. So that was my first piece. She's called Helen, and she actually sold last night at the opening.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. And I made a couple of other pieces like that. One is called Legs, mm-hmm. and the other is called Cookie. And
Fantastic.
what I will do is I will send you pictures of these dames so that I know that you do those beautiful editing jobs so you can
Yeah.
pop those up. Yeah. So
Oh,
I'll
that'd be
shoot,
great.
shoot you some photos. Yeah.
Excellent. And
And
how,
then sorry?
yeah, keep going. Yeah.
Okay. And then the other kind of fun adventure I have been doing in sculptures, I wanted to do some neon sculpture, well, wall mounted type things, but neon is, it's a toxic gas. It's very hard to ship.
Mm-hmm.
So I was actually at a Keith Haring show in Toronto with the Dickies,
Mm-hmm. Lovely
and I
young
saw
lady.
that the Keith Haring Foundation took some of his pieces and were using LED light.
Oh,
Okay, cool. So I approached a sign making company back home in Vancouver and said, "Hey, here's some sketches. Could we work together and make some wall sculpture?" And they said, absolutely, we can.
cool.
So these are, plug them into your wall, you mount them on the wall, and they're super cool.
Oh, that's great. I can't wait to see those.
Yeah, maybe I'll spin I'm on a table that spins, I think, yeah.
Oh, there.
I can do a quick little
Oh, cool.
scoochy scooch, because there's one behind me here.
Oh, that's super awesome.
Yeah,
That works so well with your style too.
yeah, so I just, make the sketches, plan it out, go back and forth, and they're working out really well. I'm really excited about them.
That's very cool. Are you finding yourself being attracted to the niche of pop art at all? I
Totally, okay,
yeah, like I know when Neil bought me the Dame
yeah,
I have on the wall, it's got the pop art glass and it's really cool.
yeah.
Not that the other ones aren't, but I quite like that interpretation of it. So you're getting more into that type of stuff?
Yeah, so what I've done is some limited edition um, kind of embellishments of the painting. So I take a photograph of the painting
Mm-hmm.
and then I work in Photoshop and some other programs to add layers of texture and pop.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have them printed on high super gloss acrylic.
Mm-hmm.
And that's working out really well too. They're really stunning. Yeah.
The one that I have is absolutely beautiful. It's the centerpiece of the studio over there. I'm looking at it now, and it's
Uh,
so fantastic. Yeah.
oh, I'm so happy you have her.
Oh yeah, no, she's wonderful. She keeps me company. There's a bunch of the dames around the studio here that keep me
I
company every
I
Wednesday.
see them. Yeah, they're good company. Those girls, aren't they?
Oh, they certainly are.
Yeah.
And how's the Austin experience? It's hot. How's the food?
Amazing.
Yeah. What's been your
Amazing.
favorite so far?
Well, we've only been here 2 nights. Last night we went for Korean
Oh,
food
nice.
as a group. The Canadians, we're getting sort of called the Canadians, so we walked across the street. We haven't gone for barbecue yet. Every time I ask someone what's the best place for barbecues, everyone has a different answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll kind of check that out. But the food is, it's obviously a real nightlife town.
Yeah.
Because we landed late Tuesday night. By the time we got settled, it was about 9:30. We were hungry. And I thought, back home in our town, nothing would really be open.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we ventured out, and there was a fabulous restaurant open and packed, and even at 11 o'clock at night. So it's kind of European that way.
That's very cool. That's very
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think we lost a lot of our late night establishments during COVID. I was in
Yeah.
town recently. I played the Cameron House, and at like 10 o'clock at night, I went up to Chinatown for some noodles. They were all closed except for one restaurant.
Oh,
It's
that's too bad.
24 hours. It's just one restaurant open till
Yeah, yeah.
that was really weird because that was like the late night hotspot.
It totally was. How was the Cameron? That is a blast from the past.
Oh, the Cameron was great. Mary was out. It was the record release back in May. Mary Dickey came out, which is good, and Yvonne, and some of the gang, and yeah, it was really fun. It was nice to be back at the Cameron House after all these years.
Uh-huh. Oh, that's so great.
Yeah.
Good.
That's part one. And that's part one. There we go. We got coming through. I've got my mute. There we go.
That's way better.
That's way better. So that's part one there of the. I got so engrossed in listening to Rayanne, I just started taking my earphones out so I could hear the TV. Now I'm all kerfuffled. There we go. I'm back in place just like that. Yeah, Rich, you remember coming from Noodles? I do love the Chinatown noodles. Rayanne, thank you so much for taking the time to sit down and chat about your art. It's so neat watching the progress. You know, when we had her on the show, she was just sort of getting some exposure on her games and was really starting to tune into what she was doing artistically, and it was great to talk to her about all that. It's a couple of years later, seeing her like down in the States, you know, with sort of an agent and having her first solo show. It's really cool. So we got part two coming up in a couple tunes. We're going to play an old Ron tune for you now. He's got a crimson red tattoo and keeps it hidden just above his t-shirt sleeve. It's a broken heart and the inscription reads, "No love songs if you please." But he don't really mean that. It's his only cheeky tongue. He stands up and sings for them every night. He's the man of 1,000 songs. He knows the streets like he knows his last name. He knows the city from the wrong side out. He knows that time is cruel and any man's a fool who hides the truth behind his mouth. He knows the Duke of Earl, he knows my girl in the house of the rising sun. In the opening line on his marquee sign reads, "The man of 1,000 songs." He knows an old hotel where the desk clerk will sell you your soul back reasonably cheap. Or the sky you can call when you're crawling a wall and the whole town's asleep. He don't promise what he don't deliver. He keeps it all in the easy keys. He don't dream beyond his expectations, but he's got the stance down to a T. He's got a friend in the backstage alley, got just a thing to make the night move along. He's taking all requests like you might have guessed. He's the man of 1,000 songs. He knows an old hotel where the desk clerk will sell you the soul back reasonably cheap. Or the sky you can call when you're crawling a wall and the whole town's asleep. He don't promise what he don't deliver. He keeps it all in the easy keys. He don't dream beyond his expectations, but he's got the stance down to a T. He's got a friend in the backstage alley, got just a thing to make the night move along. He's taking all requests like you might have guessed. He's the man of 1,000 songs. Oh, oh, he's the man of 1,000 songs. Okay, you're going to call an audible. We're going to skip the next song because we're running later than I thought. I must be chatty tonight. The oil must be kicking in early. This weekend we got a thing. Neil, do you want to tell us what's going on this weekend? What is this thing that you've been doing now?
This
for
weekend
a
is
little
the
bit?
4th annual Crow Stock, so I clean out my garage.
We'll do that after, Alison. Sorry, I've missed it. Sorry, start that again there, Neil. We're getting caught up on cues.
Okay, my apologies.
Yeah, no. Okay, so what is it? What's going on?
Okay, so this is the 4th annual Crow Stock, which is my garage party. So I clean the garage out and hire 3 bands, including ourselves, the Goats, and put on a free concert for friends and neighbors and all that sort of stuff. And kind of BYOB in chairs, and we collect cash donations for the food bank here in Campbellford.
Excellent.
And last year was pretty good. We actually raised about $1,000 for the food bank. So
Wow.
so that's the mark that's been set, and it'd be nice if we could double it.
Oh, okay.
That'd
Well,
be
then
absolutely
you're
great.
putting
So-
in a good. Well, you got some good acts. The Janet Jeffrey Band is
Yeah,
playing,
Janet Jeffrey
and our buddy Danny.
Graves from The Watchmen is coming.
And
which
he's going to
will
come up
be-
and play some piano songs to start the night off.
Yeah,
It's really
yeah,
cool.
Which would be great. So so should be a good evening.
It's going to be a great night, and
And the weather's
congratulations to
supposed
you.
Cooperate as well. So,
Yes.
So, yeah.
Hey Terry, nice to see you. Funny that you're here. We put a song in Lisette tonight for Lorna. Allison was saying when we put the set together, she said we should do a song for Lorna tonight, and we did. It's coming up later on, but nice to see you, brother. Nice to see you. Okay, so as I said, we're doing the Audible there, and then tomorrow night I'm doing my best to get my life together to go see DOA down in Kingston, which will be a great time. They're on that big Canadian tour. I'm going to try my best to go tomorrow, but I've got a few things to figure out in order to make that happen. So that's all good, and that's exciting. On the weekend we got Crow Stock, and I'll have Danny around, which would be nice. Nice to see Danny and hang out, sort of outside of being on the road, you know.
He's a good guy.
Oh, he's a great guy to hang out with, yeah. And there we go. Well, the camera work is especially nice tonight. There you go, see? There's Allison there filling in for Barry, who's away. Hello, Russell. Good to see you. This is a song called This Town of Mine. Oh, let's do a little Red Prairie Dawn to start it off.
All right.
Okay, let's give it a try. Okay, here we go. Red Prairie Dawn into This Town of Mine, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, 3. This town of mine, this town of mine, I find myself so easily reclined here in this town of mine. I came here from the city trying to find some peace of mind, to get myself on track and to buy myself some time. This town is growing on me. Here's a song for all to hear. All these faces look familiar, but your name's so unclear. This town of mine, in this town of mine, I find myself so easily reclining here in this town of mine. At times this town seems distant. At times you all seem so strange. All these places remind me of places that I've been. So deep the roots are growing through my kids and to my friends. All I think about is being here. Takes away the pain in this town of mine. In this town of mine, I find myself so easily reclined here in this town of mine. At times this town's a mistress. She gives me all I need and more. Someday I'll say goodbye to her and walk right out the door. In this town of mine, in this town of mine, I find myself so easily reclined here in this town of mine. That was fun.
Yeah.
Wow, interesting. That was fun. You know what else is going to be fun? It's going to be. What else is going to be fun? What else is going to be fun is Christine, my sister plays Lost Mile Barn. So out in, is it in Ancaster? Is that right?
I think so.
Ancaster, sort of north of Hamilton-ish area. They've got a beautiful farm with these alpacas and sheep and goats. Sheep? No, goats. I don't think they have any sheep, do they? No, just alpacas and goats. Chickens, yeah, all kinds of crazy stuff. It's a beautiful spot they've got. But Matt's been hosting some concerts. Matt Mays, who is my sister's partner. So they're having the goats out the end of September, which will be a lot of fun. So we're going to do a show in the barn on a Sunday, early Sunday.
29th.
Is it the 29th? And I think, do we have a picture of it, Allison? No, let's see this picture. There it is, look. Ken Tizzard and Music for Goats with Matt Mays. And we're, she didn't put a little picture of a goat on it. Isn't that cute? So Matt's going to do some music. We're going to do some music. I'm going to do some music. We might do some music together. It's always a good time out there. Tickets are on sale now, and check out. You'll see it in all of the socials as I'm sure we go through things. We're going to do one more song before we get back to Rayanne here. I know I'm starting a little bit fast. It's okay. Feeling like we'll give this one a different vibe tonight. We'll see. It could just be high. Fare thee well, fare thee well. I'll see you again in heaven, or I might see you in hell. If there's nothing more, when this life is through, let it stand that I've enjoyed my time with you. On golden shores we'll hold each other once again, or in the depths of hell we'll suffer through the wars of men. If there's nothing more, then I'll see it once again. It made my life as full and bright as any man. Don't shed no tears, don't cry no more. May you find the joy in living life as you did before. Some things will change and some will stay the same. Like a shoebox filled with letters remembered, I'll remain. Please live your life each day, you know that I'll be here. Don't you surrender to the sadness and your tears. We'll meet again in a place we don't yet understand, where the music's always happy like a New Orleans jazz band. Just one last kiss before we part. Let me hold you close and feel the beating of your heart. Just one last kiss on a night so blue. I can't bear to spend another minute losing you. May your heart grow bright and you stay safe and warm inside. May these four walls protect you from the winter winds outside. When you lay your head down and it's tired and dark between your sheets, and you close your eyes and dream of a place where we might meet. Fare thee well, fare thee well. I'll see you again in heaven, or I might see you in hell. On golden shores we'll hold each other once again, or in the depths of hell we'll suffer through the woes of men. If there's nothing more, then I'll say it once again. You made my life as full and bright as any man. You made my life as full and bright as any man. Oh, babe, you made my life as full and bright as any man. Oh, that was a fun one.
Yeah.
Well, it's neat to play these on acoustic every now and again. It's even neater to play them on acoustic having not rehearsed them on acoustic and just kind of, okay,
minutes,
not
as
sure
it
what we're
were.
doing, but this is good.
I must admit, I'm happier playing an acoustic guitar.
What's that?
I'm happier playing an acoustic guitar.
Well, play acoustic guitar then.
I am.
Oh, okay. Well, then that makes sense. How's everybody doing out there tonight? I hope everybody's well. I hope everybody's doing really well. We are at that part of the show where we watch the second part of the Rayanne video. Oh, this is exciting. Welcome back, Rayanne Holoboff. Here we go. So, how long are you there for your exhibit? You had the opening last night.
Opening was last night. Sunday, I'm doing, I'm going to hang out here and do some painting. So the doors will be open for people to come watch. I might solicit some help. I'll hand the paintbrush over to some guests, see what happens. And then we're taking a little break. We're going to San Antonio for a couple of days.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah. And then we're back, and there's a wine and cheese and an artist talk. And then we fly home on the 7th.
Wow, what a nice trip.
Yeah, so 11 days here. I'm already thinking that's not going to be enough, but hey, I can always come back.
Exactly. How many pieces do you have on exhibit today? Or
There are 40 pieces.
40. You've been busy.
I have.
So that's sculpture, neon painting, and multimedia sort of wall things, right?
Yeah. You know, and the painting was one thing. It was a great experience this last year. You know, a lot of hard work, but I had a lot of fun too. I really experimented. I pushed myself to try new things. I tried to make some paintings without a paintbrush, using anything but a paintbrush. But I'll tell you something, the logistics, like the shipping
Mm-hmm.
from Vancouver to Austin, everything had to be packed so it wouldn't break. That was quite something. And then, of course, dealing with customs was a great learning experience, and everything went tickety-boo.
If you have the right people around you to tell you what you need, it can be very helpful. If you don't, it can be a nightmare.
Yeah.
Nothing works.
Christina, who owns this gallery, is just incredible. She's so professional, so down to earth, helpful.
Great.
She's made it a really lovely experience.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So you've got yourself an American agent.
Yeah.
Your artwork is developing. You're selling pieces. What's the current state of Rayanne Schachter artist world? Is this like all is fantastic, or all is struggling by, or we're looking forward to the future? Where is your head sitting these days? It must be overwhelming.
I don't feel like I'm struggling at all. I feel so fortunate that I can do what I want when I want. I can create from my heart, which I do. I've really been able to learn to turn off the outside influences and create. I create only for myself. There used to be other voices going, well, I don't know if other people will like that. It's not like I don't care anymore, but that's not what's important.
Mm-hmm.
And this winter, I think I'd really like to focus on sculpture more. I love it. I might try to do a little residency somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And then I kind of have my sights on the next exhibit being in Europe.
Wow.
Why not?
Yeah, well, no, of course. I mean, if you can dream it, you can make it happen, right?
Well, and Christina has, a lot of European connections. She represents primarily European artists. So I think the likelihood of it happening is quite good.
That's fantastic. And I must say, I really appreciate, when you were saying that you guys were speaking, and she said, oh, I really like your art, but it really depends how we get along.
Yeah.
When you're building these relationships in business, it's so important to have people you get along with, no matter how good the product is, or how good the possibilities of success are. If you don't get along, it's not going to work. So that's
Right.
That's really quite good that she piped up and said that. That's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Europe. So so Europe dreams. Where are you thinking? Are you thinking Northern Europe, or are you thinking the UK? Or?
I really don't know. I'm kind of picturing like the Austin equivalent over there, somewhere where art is. Christina's really created a scene here of comfort. So you know how some galleries you feel at a place when you walk in, they're a little bit highbrow.
Yeah.
So I don't want anything like that. I don't want to go anywhere where it'll be intimidating. I want a really cool, down-to-earth vibe. So I don't really know much about where that might be. I'm thinking maybe Switzerland.
Oh.
It might be fun to go to a place I've never been. And I'm also thinking of a smaller center, not a big, massive city. I think, you'd get kind of lost in a big center. So some kind of like smaller, with a real good community vibe kind of place where the dames they would flourish.
There you go. See, again, where the dames would flourish. All of your outlook and thoughts are very positive for the art itself and for yourself, which is great.
Yeah.
You're not thinking about making a ton of cash and selling a bunch of stuff. It's like, where are the dames going to fit? Where's my art going to fit? Where am I going to fit? Those are really important things that a lot of people don't spend enough time on. That's fantastic. Good for you.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I guess it'd be the same way you approach your music, right? Where is your audience? And you also want to try to maybe introduce new people.
Mm-hmm.
to your work, absolutely. But, there's something wonderful about feeling at home and grounded and loved, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And that's, to me, yes, the sales are great. Don't get me wrong. When Helen sold last night, we all cheered. But that's not, for me, it can't be the be all and end all, or I think I'd be very disappointed some of the time, right? Because it's
right.
you know how hard it is to sell albums. It's the same with art.
Oh, I know. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
very difficult thing. It's very personal. It's hard not to get insulted when things don't sell.
yeah,
Yeah. You could, and and then there's those nights where you sell 3 or 4 pieces, but somebody makes a weird comment about the lighting on one piece, and that's all you can focus on. So
uh-uh.
it's
Yeah,
really easy to get sucked into those negative things, but it's great that you're keeping your head on with what's positive, and you're doing it for yourself, and you're doing it for the art, and that's an amazing
yeah.
way to go about it.
Well, I think part of the reason I'm able to do that is I do have so many people cheering me on.
Yes.
You, your audience, my friends, my family. I don't think I would be able to keep going just on my own um, confidence without the wave of support I receive every time. I mean, I have 4 friends that flew all the way from Western Canada. It's a long trip
Yeah.
to be here with me. That's really uplifting, and it really helps drive me forward.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I was revisiting an interview with William Prince last week.
Uh-huh.
We did last a summer or 2 ago. I can't remember when. And he was saying a very similar thing. It's the he said, like, the fact that he has a team of people supporting and working for him. He can get up every day and just kind of focus on his music, and this team keeps him energized. And having those people around that support you and love you is really important.
It is.
Yeah.
And he's such a lovely man. I can see how, yeah, you can't take all that weight yourself, or you would just kind of crumble. And I think you wouldn't be able to be really creative without that support. Yeah.
Yes, and that becomes part of it too. Is you lose. I know there's times where I don't pick up a guitar for 2 weeks because I'm just doing interviews and writing a bio and doing all the other things that happen on the side that that sometimes teams do.
Yeah.
It's easy to get caught as an artist these days. It's easy to get caught in the business of art and to lose sight of the art itself.
Yeah. And, social media takes so much time.
Yes.
And I've really tried to be here, and be present and not spend all my time seeing if we're getting traction, and because, you miss the actual moment then.
Yeah.
So if I've missed saying hi to people, I'm sorry. I did a little Instagram thing yesterday, and I haven't been able to get back to everybody who's been cheering me on from afar. But there'll be a moment when I can sit and do that. But right now I'm just soaking it in.
With that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but you do need to live in the moment. You need to, like, you are down there doing an experience that is a short blip of time in your lifetime. You want to be there for all of it. You can thank people later. It's amazing.
That's right. Yeah.
So everything is good with you. Family is good. Life is good. Vancouver is good. Anything else going on outside of your art? You doing any skiing in the winter, or?
I don't think I did ski this year. Dave, my husband, loves to ski. I was pretty busy building this series. I hike. I hike all 4 seasons a year. In all 4 seasons, I hike 3 days a week with my cousin. And it is so grounding and gorgeous. We live very close to a forest.
Yeah.
And that really keeps me a bit fit. It's a good fitness, fresh air. And it's where I actually think a lot about my work. So that's very beneficial. Takes my mind off the pressure of being creative,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
What else do we do? You know, we see my stepkids every once in a while. We like to camp. We like to entertain. We have wonderful neighbors and friends. Yeah,
So you're living your best life.
we have a great life.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic.
Yeah,
Well, Ryan, thanks again for checking in. It's so nice. Well,
yeah.
enjoy the rest of your time in Austin.
Thank you.
And enjoy your friends and enjoy the process and all the best moving forward. I'm so proud of you, Ryan. You've taken an amazing turn in the last, sort of decade, just sort of reinventing yourself as an artist. I mean, not that you weren't before, you were a photographer, but changing your medium the way you have and the constant evolution and growth. It's so inspiring to see, and I absolutely love it. And thanks for taking the time to come chat with us.
Thanks for having me, Ken.
Love
Bye.
you.
Love you too.
That little ad. I think it was me asking for money. Thank you, Neil. Appreciate it. I think it was me asking you for all for money, but either way. Man, so inspiring to chat with Rayanne, and so great. I mean, she's, like I said, she's such a good friend, and she's got such a positive energy. It's just lovely. So, yeah, as Deb was saying on the message board, drop out by our website and check out the stuff that's available online, as well as the gallery stuff. It's really, really cool. Lorna Stacy, it's been a while now. Oh my. I can't count the amount of people that have left my life via death in the last couple of years. We were putting together the set tonight. We were just coming to the end, and Allison helps plan everything. She's like, okay, so Rayanne's on the show, so we'll do Brown Eyed Girl for the video rewind, which is coming up after this, and that's the Brown Eyed Girl where Rayanne paints the dame, the Brown Eyed Girl dame, and the time lapse syncs with the video, so it's a great song. She's like, okay, so make sure next week I mention Emile Bourson will be on the show next week, and let's see if this is going to happen. Look at that. Emile Boisson. I keep saying Boisson, but it's Boisson.
Boissonneau.
Oh, I wasn't even close. So it's Boissonneau. Okay, I was pronouncing it more like croissant.
Yeah, and the country, it's Australia.
No, it's Australia.
It says Australia.
Have I missed something? I can't even see. Yeah, well, that's what happens when I'm typing really fast. I'm sure I've missed something. I sent Neil a poster yesterday. I said I'm sending this out to a few people on Facebook. It's you can take that off whenever you feel like it, Allison. I said the Crowstock poster that I made. I said, can you check this out? Just click in the box that folder is in.
Okay.
There you go. I sent it to him, and he said, oh, yeah, it looks great. And I sent it out to like 30 people, and then I looked, and it's like, so Neil lives, the address was supposed to be 70, but I had 17 in.
Yeah.
And it was the 14th, but I had the 19th in.
No, you had the 17th. You were stuck on the 17th.
Oh, I had the 17th and 71. And then for Janet, I had spelled her name Janny. I'm like, there's only 12 words on this page. How did I manage to screw up that much information? Anyways, we haven't done Barry. And before we get to Lorna's song here, which we're going to play in 1 second because we are at the end of the show, I asked Barry, as you know, Barry's not with us tonight. He's out camping with him and Joyce. So I said to Barry, I said, on Wednesday, send me a little summary, a couple pics, and tell me what you've been doing. So this is Barry's camping adventure so far. Picture number 1.
No, sorry. 1. There you go.
Picture number 1 is JT celebrated with a traditional blunt. There you go. Looks like camping is all right. Picture 2, the firewood purchase here does not burn. That's as frustrating as hell when you get them like that.
The size of the chunks, for heaven's sake.
I still, though, I mean, yeah, Okay, they managed to get it going with a half liter of camping fuel. That's pick number 3. They're out visiting their guitar player, Mike, who lives in Lindsay, so he camped for the weekend. They had hot dogs on Friday for dinner.
Yum.
Once the rain stopped, I had the pleasure of doing my first holding tank flush. Oh, that's picture number 4. I remember those. I made a mess, but I won't show you me cleaning up. Hopefully the weather is better in the week, and we can actually get out of the trailer. Oh, that's excellent, Barry. Oh, what a great little catch up there from Barry, who's on the road. Barry and Joyce, wish you all the best out there. I know the sort of hazards you're dealing with, and it's camping. It's camping. Australa.
Australia.
What's that?
What are we doing for Australia?
We are doing Australia next week. Oh yes, Emil. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Why is Australia in that? Oh, I know why. Because it's an Australian-themed evening. We're going to play some Australian tunes, and we're going to.
You're going to talk about your time in
And talk about my time in Australia.
Our time.
Oh, our time in Australia. Oh, next week I'm talking all about Australia. Even talking an Australian accent.
Right.
Oh my God, what was that just came out? This is for Lorna Stacy. Lorna always liked it when we played this song, and for Terry and the rest of the family, love you all. And this is FMNL into Pain-Free Living. It goes just like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I like to get high, I like to get higher, I like to get more high than I was before. I like to get stoned, I like to get stoneder, I like to get more stoned than I was before. 'Cause I don't have the perfect job I dreamed of, and at times I can take it for a while. Then sometimes it takes away the part of me that's real, and other times all I can do is smile. I like to get high, I like to get higher, I like to get more high than I was before. I like to get stoned, I like to get stoned, I like to get more stoned than I was before. 'Cause I don't have a moment of pain-free living, and at times I can take it for a while. Then sometimes I take small things for granted, and other times I just want to close my eyes and hide. I like to get high, I like to get higher, I like to get more high than I was before. I like to get stoned, I like to get stoned, I like to get more stoned than I was before. Gotta go. I like to get high, I like to get higher, I like to get more high than I was before. I like to get stoned, I like to get stoneder, I like to get more stoned than I was before. To be honest, it's an uphill battle with depression, and the drugs the doctor gives me ain't so tight. There's sometimes it feels like my skin is crawling, and other times bad TV can be alright. I like to get high, I like to get higher, I like to get more high than I was before. I like to get stoned, I like to get stoneder, I like to get more stoned than I was before. I like to get high, like to get more high than I was before. I like to get stoned, I like to get stoneder. I like to get more stoned than I was before. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we are rounding out the end of the Whiskey Wednesday show. Neil, thank you very much for being on the show with us. Did you have fun tonight, Neil?
I did, actually.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since we've done a duo, and it is a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a different vibe for sure. I like it too. And I'm not sure what happened with the lighting, but we got two really nicely lit cameras. This one we both look healthy, and then the one of you that looks healthy. And I keep looking at myself on mine, and when I made an adjustment, I must have hit the ISO because I look like I'm a dead fish's underbelly. Oh, no, maybe it's not that. Oh no, it is that one. It's a little pasty on the skin. But either way,
It's that lovely Newfoundland.
it's that wonder
green
Newfoundland
white.
greenish skin that we have. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been another great Whiskey Wednesday show, a very interesting one with me and Neil and Allison and Jack. I want to take a picture
And
here.
Stan.
No, I'm not showing anybody. I just want to take a picture for myself because it's a cool shot there. Allison's like, no, I'm in my pajamas. And Neil, you're in it too there. Let me give you a little picture of
Right.
everybody. There we go. It's just a lovely shot. It's been another great show. Thank you all so very much. We're going to go through a sequence of button pushes now that may or may not run smoothly. We're going to let Allison take care of this. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much. People are saying, great night, great work, Allison. Yeah, everything is good. Terry Stacey is saying, I'm sure she's got a premium smoke in hand. There you go, Terry. That's it. Love you all. Remember when you're out bouncing the world to be like Steve. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, where did we grow? Days when the rains came down in the hollow, playing a new game, laughing and running, hey, skipping and jumping in the misty morning fog, with our hearts thumping and you, my brown-eyed girl, you, my brown-eyed girl. Whatever happened to Tuesdays and so slow? Going down the old line, transistor radio, standing in the sunlight, laughing, hide behind a rainbow's wall, slipping and sliding all along the waterfall with you, my brown-eyed girl. You, my brown-eyed girl. Do you remember when we used to sing sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-da? Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-da. So hard to find my way now that I'm on my own. I saw you just the other day. My, how you have grown. Cast my memory back there, Lord. Sometimes
'cause I'm